Welcome to Simply Being Sabrina, your virtual best friend for clean motivation and balancing mom life. Download your free digital planner. Link is in the description box.
All right, today's the day the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Amen. 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 I hope you guys are doing awesome today. All right. I'm so happy. I'm really hyper. I feel good today. So if you'll feel good, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, what was I going to say? Well, today I do have some errands today. So you go run. Me and you, bestie, are going to run some errands today. Of course, we got to go to Target. In fact, I just picked up some stuff from Target because I'm doing another little organization in my room because the room is really, really tight. So, content's going to be content for that. I am taking a little pause on the garage. I know y'all saw the last video of the garage. There's going to be more videos of me doing more in the garage, but like I tell you, it's 100. Like right now, it's not even 12 o'clock and it's like 100 degrees outside. So we're gonna take a break for the garage. We're gonna circle back to that. But meantime, I need to get some Sydney some shoes because homegirl is like literally walking. Well, she's trying to walk. She's been standing, like she literally can stand on her own, doing little stuff like that. And so I went and bought the OG shoes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? But these things are too slippery for our floor and she can't get her balance. So I need a shoe with like a rubber. I need some high top shoes with a rubber. So, and I haven't found what I'm looking for. These fit are good, but so I'm gonna have to take these back. So we gotta go to Kohl's, so I gotta take this stuff back. I gotta go to Quarters, and I gotta go to IKEA. Girl, we just got some stuff to do. And in fact, I'm about to go into this No, I'm not. About to go into this Target because Target has some they got some shoes on sale for the kids, but you know how we gonna look at some other stuff. But other than that, bestie, how y'all been? I hope y'all are doing good. I really do. I need to start doing some more lives. I've been trying to poke here a little while because I do love to chat with y'all, but I'm trying to figure out, okay, for those who love me to go live, you know what I'm saying, y'all know who y'all are. Definitely put in the comment section, what are some times and days that work better for you? Are you guys more of a weekend? Are you more of a morning weekend? Are you more of a afternoon, evening weekend? Because for me, lives for me are better. Saturday, Sundays are better. Probably more at Sunday, afternoon, evening are probably be better. Anytime on Saturday would be good. And probably like evening Fridays, some evening Fridays would be good for me, because any other day, y'all, my life be a little crazy, you know. So I'm just saying, so definitely write in the comments what time would you guys like for me to go live so we can all chat together. Anyway, enough of talking, let's get into the video. All right, picks me up a cart, because every time I'll be like, I don't need a cart. Lies. The lies. Okay, so I'm still in Target. I did find these. $5. I want to see, maybe visit another Target, see if I can find a couple more, because these will be really good for, there's a couple things that I would like to do with these baskets. One, I was thinking about using each one for each kid and like labeling it, putting their name where they can put their stuff up for like back to school. It's not going to fit their backpacks, but it at least can maybe fit their clothes for the week. I don't know if it can fit the week, because now that they're bigger, maybe for the day before. Or another part I was thinking about doing for like Sydney's, might do that for Sydney's toys, like some of the easy toys that she has, like right here, toys, her blankets, sheets, and stuff like that. I might put that in there. I might just use it for that. Because I'm trying to think of something, because school's about to be here in 2 seconds. And if your kids are like my kids in the morning, they struggle. And so what I usually do is have each kid have a basket of their things for the week. And I mean, it includes everything: socks, underwear, clothes, everything they can wear for the week. And so when it's the morning come, they already know what they're going to wear, blah, 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 ready to go. And then every Sunday night pretty much Sunday night, Sunday evening, they pick out all their clothes that they're going to wear for the week, and blah, blah, blah. So we kind of have like a rotation, you know what we're doing. So, but now that the kids are bigger, I think I'm going to have to get bigger baskets. I do have a basket in the hallway that I think I'm going to use and kind of move things around. And I think I'm going to end up using these baskets here for Sydney's like blankets and pillows and that kind of thing. Not pillows, like her toys, because she has plenty of little toys now, and my kids keep giving her their old toys. And she loves plushies, so she takes everybody's plushies and stuff like that. So she has like a plethora of those squashmallows and plushies, and I'm like, oh God, I need to find a thing for them. So I kind of like this. I like this here. I like them. Me like it. But anyway, I did find some shoes here. I think these will be good because they have like the high top and they have the rubber bottom. They're only like $22. And then I found this little workout jumpsuit right here. I thought this was really cute, and it's only like $12. So I'm going to leave here because I did not come here to spend all that. No, I didn't. I came here for one thing only, and that was to find Sydney some shoes, which I did. Hey, don't you judge me. I did come here and get exactly what I got stuck. Anyway, I did come here to get exactly what I came for, at least. But I came out with a couple extras. But anyway, I need to go on to my next because I was going to go to Carter's, but I decided not to go. But I think I want to go to Five and Below because lately I have not been carrying a purse. If you notice, no purse here. I usually just use my phone to pay, or I may have a debit card or something with me, maybe, possibly. Really not just my ID. So I want like one of those things that you put on the back of your phone to like carry like your ID stuff. And Five and Below usually have them, and I don't want to be silly and buy that online because I think that's a silly thing to buy. Oh, so sorry. Okay, so I ended up getting what I needed to get. So I am now about to, I was going to go to Five and Below. I know I said I was going to do that, but baby, it's hot. I need to go to IKEA. Alrighty. Okay, so we're going to have a little chit chat. This is the only reason I'm telling you now. I always got to put a little disclaimer because the only reason why I'm honest to God is even sharing and talking about this, number one, because God has placed on my heart to share. And I know for a fact that me sharing the good, bad, raw, and ugly about my walk with God has definitely is blessing and has blessed so many people. I get the DMs. And particularly, I'm sharing this because one of you besties did reach out to me and about a situation where she, got pregnant again in a situation. It wasn't the best situation, and she really did not know what to do. She was teeter-tottering of different options and stuff like that. And she came to talk to me, reached out to me because, she wanted my opinion because she knew that I love the Lord, and she knew that I definitely have my struggles and I understand. And so it was a blessing that I thank God for me to be able to talk to her about the situation, and I thank the Lord to be able to be used in that opportunity to talk to her. And so I am sharing what I've been kind of not talking about too much because, from one reason I had to figure out what the heck happened, and then I had to learn and kind of grow and process, and you know what I mean? And sometimes with so many people and so many opinions and so many, it can be a little overwhelming when you are not mentally there to hear all of that. Like, I'm not there to hear you. Like, there's a time and a place, and your place is not now, and maybe never. I don't know. It's just I was not ready to hear all so much. So, but now I'm here ready to talk. And I really want to focus on, just talk about what happened last year. About, I had a baby, and there was, a lot of people like, dang, what the heck happened? I talk so much about God, and how can you have a baby and you're not married, and yada, 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 and all this stuff. And I was like, right. No, for real, right. No, seriously, right. Womp, and I hear it, I feel it, and I had to process that myself, and I had to really have a come to Jesus moment quite again, because no one's no more harder on me than nobody. There's nothing really no one can say to me that I have not already said or thought about myself. I'm so serious. I'm literally my worst enemy when it comes to that. trust and believe. So when I mess up, condemnation is like comes right behind it. Like, you know what I mean? And depression and all these things that are not good for your mental health that comes with it. And so last year I was really down about having another baby and the situation that had transpired between me and Sydney's dad. And I'm telling you now, this right here, I'm not about to sit here and talk about baby daddies in that whole situation, because that would send me down a whole nother path that I'm not trying to go on. I'm focusing more on what I've learned and not just what I've learned, basically what I did wrong and what I learned, because that is where one, growth will happen for myself, and those who are in predicaments and situations that I'm in can also learn from it as well. And that's the reason why I'm sharing, because I know that what I'm about to share, not everybody's gonna get, and I'm not even here for y'all who don't get it, because I'm not here for y'all. I'm here for you. Excuse me. I'm here for the one who do get what I'm about to talk about, and who needs to hear what I'm about to say. And that's basically what it is. And so last year I did get into a relationship quite hastily, and very, very fast. Although I didn't know him my whole life, like literally, I did jumped into the relationship really, really fast. And as fast as I jumped in, I jumped right out when I realized there were some things in this relationship that had the red flags. And there were red flags all throughout, but there were some things that were very much showing me that, girl, get out! You know what I'm saying? Like literally yelling it at me. And I knew that I needed to get out, but sometimes it's harder. It's easier said than done, especially when you have history with somebody, especially when you truly love and care for somebody. You know, sometimes, and you really do, like, you really love them and care for them. Sometimes it's like, I can't just walk away, you know. But for this instance, I had to walk away. But when I walked away quite not fast enough, because I ended up getting pregnant, right? And it's so crazy to me. It's not crazy now that I've gone through therapy again, and that I've talked to God about it, and He showed things that I have a pattern of that I needed to really let go of, and that I needed to grow from. And some things I thought I had worked out, some things that I did not work out, some things I actually did work out, like actually leaving, because there would have been a time that I would have never left. I would have stayed, still been in it, in a lot of crazy, and got myself even in a deeper, darker hole than I had already got myself into. And so with that being said, one of my biggest takeaways from it was number one, I think a lot of this situation was like an onion. You know how, like, sometimes you get yourself in something and it's like an onion. Like, okay, your boundaries, and it's not just self-control. It's like, you can have self-control, but if you don't have proper boundaries, that self-control is gonna go out the window. If you don't have standards, you know, there's like, if you don't have all these pieces and puzzles, okay, good, you have self-control, but baby, what about your standards? What about your boundaries? What about all these things? So now you got yourself in the fire. Self-control gonna be out the window, because you didn't have the other things in alignment. You get what I'm saying? So there were a lot of those things that was in my life. Like, I really didn't have, I had no standards. They had to realize that. I had to accept that. That was probably one of the hardest things to accept, because I'm like, I love me. I'm an amazing God-fearing one. But baby, you don't have standards. Your standards, I used to say it was in the pits of hell, but honestly, it was evaporation. It was clear through. They were not even there. Because the men that I have dated, and I look at the men that I have dated, you know, God bless them, there were no standards. Oh my God, baby, no, there were no standards there. I had to take that in. Oh, honey Pookie, honey bunches of oats. There were absolutely no standards. And so I was like, dang, that was an L for real. Ouch. And then I have to also realize, baby, you have no boundaries. Say no. Okay, like, you know what I mean? You're willing to help everybody. Not everybody deserves your help. And I remember they had this video that went viral after I got pregnant. I wish it was before. But anyway, this is the point. It was saying how some men that come in your life were for you to intercede. No more, no less. Oh yeah. For sure. I was not supposed to. That was not my permanent stay. That was definitely an intercession. And I got slept, and I slept up. I take my accountability. Yeah, you can go, he lied, they this, they this, that. It's just, it doesn't matter what they have done or did or do. If you don't have the proper boundaries, standards that are needed to be in place. You know what I'm saying? If you don't deal with the loneliness that are in place. If you don't deal with even the self-esteem and the way God sees you taking place. There are some things that, you may do quick. Like, I have this and this and this. But then you don't have the other parts. And they were counteracting, get yourself in trouble. And I saw that. I learned that. And that's where I'm at with it. And also with this situation, it was a double L for me, because a double lesson, because I could say you call it a loss, but I like to call my losses lessons. I don't even like to call them losses, they're lessons. I like to call this lesson for me is that I was so mad at myself, more than I was really mad at the other person, because it's like, how could I allow this to happen again? You know what I mean? And then I was mad that, like, I have a relationship with God, but how can I slip up and mess up again? And I was so angry and discouraged and so completely, like, devastated. I was in deep devastation for a minute last year, because there were so many pieces of my heart broken, pregnant again, just mad. And that part, I think that is, I'm still working through too in therapy. I'm still working through that, but I've came to a place where I can now talk about it. I think that for me was really hard. I never ran from God through the situation, which I thank God for. And I know a lot of people do when they slip up and mess up, because, being around a lot of church folks, they're going to be like, well, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. And you shoulda, woulda, wanted. And that's why they never gonna do. And talk about all that good shit. And it's like, if God's not saying that to me, why are you? But that's another story. My point is, I'm trying to talk to the people. That's the story. And I just sit there and cried out to God, like, dang. Oh, God. Get there. I sit there and I cried out to God, and I was like, man, like, I'm just completely with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, how, what, when, where, why? Like, how 1 minute I'm just on fire and just want to preach your word and share your word and just show everybody how good and amazing you are. And the next minute, I'm like doing completely opposite of what you call me to do. And the frustration part of myself is like, it's not that I don't fast. I fasted and I prayed. I read books and I read scriptures, and I feel like I was doing all the things that I was supposed to do, because that's what heals you, right? That's what heals you, right? And just crying out to God and just so much frustration. And I bless the Lord every day for his compassion and empathy and his peace and his understanding in the midst of all that. I'm just crying and frustrated. And God is just sitting there. I feel his presence, but he's just letting me cry and listen. It's almost as if every tear I was crying, he was picking each one of them up, each tear. After doing all that, crying and just frustrating and upset, he just reminded me that he's with me. He reminded me that he knew me before he placed me in his mother's womb, in my mother's womb. Like, he reminded me that, like, he knew I was like, he knew my mistakes before I even make them. Like, and this is not to say it's okay to sin and I'm not, it's not that. I'm just telling you what he's done for me and what he does for me. That he reminded me how much he loved me, how much he's with me, and that I'm gonna be okay. Like, this too shall pass. And so, and then he reminded me of the scriptures of, like, how he was with the Israelites when they were going around circles, you know, because I'm like, I did this again, I'm struggling again. He's like, yeah, yeah, and we're here again. Yes, we are, and we're here again. And it's like, what have, and I'm like, Lord, what have I not learned? Like, what is going on? You know, like, I'm just so mad. And so he reminded me of just how he was with the Israelites. And he roamed around. And he was blessing. I was blessing them in the desert. And I was with him then. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm with you, you know. And so for me, it blessed me to remember, like, okay, I'm down here again. And I said, you know what, Lord? Let's sit in it for a second. Like, let me sit in this situation, like, for a second, and let me hit the angles of what have I learned from the past, which I have learned so much. And I reviewed talked to God about the things that from my previous children's father, the things that I've learned and picked up and moved forward. You know what I mean? And things that I did right here, what I did right, what I did wrong, and I'm evaluating. And that was the moment where I decided I need to go back into therapy. It's time for me to definitely get back in therapy. And it's definitely time for me to figure some stuff out, in which I've been in for, over a year now, which have helped me out tremendously to see some areas and perspectives. And I'm going to see a different therapist this time around, which I like. The previous therapist that I had first time was absolutely amazing, but I always think sometimes it's good to get a new one, to get another perspective, you know what I mean? Another angle coming in, so, which I like as well. So I was able to get a different, and she has been I love it because she challenges my thoughts. And so in this particular, we went around, and I was like, Lord, what is it that I keep repeating? And the Lord showed me he was showing me boundaries. And he's been talking to me about boundaries literally a year prior, before me even getting in a relationship again. He was talking to me about boundaries. So I thought, okay, I'm learning about it. All right. But he picked up again. He's like, no, baby, you don't have boundaries. And there's this book that I was supposed to read like a year ago. Yeah, and I started it, but I never finished it. And so let's believe, baby, it was time for me to finish it. You know what I'm saying? And there's a book called Boundaries that I talked to you guys about last year. I'll put that book in the description box. If that's pressed on your heart to read it, read it. That's what I'm gonna say. And so I was like, okay. And he was telling me about, you know, and then he just started peeling off things that I needed to learn. Boundaries, patience, and just and those are the two things that he was like, this is what you need. You need to learn boundaries, and you need to learn how to be patient. Don't be so hasty. And a lot of times, every relationship that I literally have been in, and I gotta be real and raw, I have not been patient. I see somebody, oh, I love you, miss it. Oh, I fall like head, like, bam, smack, car crash, smack style into somebody. Literally. It's pretty bad. But we're learning. Anyway, so with that being said, baby, put the patience on. Put the brakes. The brakes. Where are your brakes at, honey? Stop putting the pedal to the metal. So I had to learn that. And I was like, okay, yep. Okay, that's my fault. That's my fault. Okay. And so with that being said, it was beautiful that there's been so many times in my life that where I have slipped up or I have fallen and messed up completely, and I will run from God because I would think God is like people. God is the person that's going to judge me and, well, you should have did that and you should have, because if you could have, would have. Never has he ever came to me. Well, if you would have, never. It's like, it's more of a forward. Let's move forward. Okay, so what have you learned? What do you know what I mean? This is what you need to learn. He's such a good coach. I think of sometimes, if you think of sometimes you're in a boxing match and the life is just punch you, pow, 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 pow. And then you have you done got a couple birdie birds, twiddly diddly around your head, and you sit on the sideline. And then you got literally the Holy Spirit, God, right there in your ear. He's like, okay, all right, come on. I got you. Get your rest. Get you some water. I got some water for you. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, I see how you went that uppercut right there. Well, you should have did this when you went over there. You should have, next time, not what you should have, but like next time it comes, duck. You know what I mean? Or listen to me when I tell you when to duck, okay? Listen to me when, you know what I mean? Like, he's giving you the play. He's literally giving you the play of what you need to do. So when you get back in the ring, you can knock it out. And you know what I mean? And that's what the beauty is. Not some person that he corrects you. It's correction. It's not condemnation. And that's the beauty of knowing the difference of when God is in the room. Condemnation gonna always try to come in, and that's when you gotta rebuke it and be like, Satan, get behind me in Jesus' mighty name. Yeah, I messed up for the 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th, 9th time. Yes, I did. But guess what? What the big kicker is? No, with a big kicker, with a big pow pow, I win. I'm victorious. Well, all 5 of my babies, I'm victorious. Period. And that is where I'm at with it. Like, and that is where I'm at with it. Like, and it took me some time to get here because life is a process. Cause, girl, I was in that thing. And, I was pushing through with content because was I coming off fake? Probably. And hey, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not ready. Like, it wasn't, I'm genuinely being me, but at the same time, it's like, sometimes you're not ready to share. I feel like what is obvious is there, you know what I'm saying? Like, but do I need to go on to detail? Yeah, no. But here I'm at now. And I know that there's somebody that needed to hear that. I know that there's somebody here that needs to get up again. I know some of y'all have been waddling in some stuff that y'all messed up. Some of y'all have messed up and scared to go back to God because you think what? He gonna judge you. He don't want to deal with you, but I'm here to tell you he do. He want to deal with that. He wants to deal with your crust. He wants to deal with you battling with loneliness. He wants to deal with you battling with addiction. He wants to deal with everything that whatever you got your hands on, you think about, he want to deal with that. He wants all of it. He literally died, and I always talk to God about, like, I'm very transparent with the Lord. I mean, seriously, there's nothing like I tell it what you see. You literally went to the pits of the hell, and you sit on the right hand of the throne, and there's no good, bad, evil that goes across your eye. Why am I gonna lie to you? That's just silly. That don't make no sense. You just seen it. You done seen it all, baby. Look, Lord. Let me go down. Look it. I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to tell you all my crusty, okay? In the hopes that, and the not just the hopes and the faith that I will be healed, whenever time that would be. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with it. So I'm taking life day by day, learning, growing, and being better. So that's a little bit. Hopefully that was enough, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna talk about the situation. Yes, I am a single mom of 5. Did somebody put it on a t-shirt? I put it on a t-shirt. Is that something? And that's just what it is. I have accepted it. I've been accepting it. It's where I'm at. I think everybody knows, but if you don't know, now you know. If you was lost and confused, now you know. And I'm okay. But enough of that talking. It is hot in this car, y'all. It's now 102. Jesus. I'm about to head up into this IKEA, and actually I'm about to go get me a little lunch. Oh, I need to go to, where did I say I need to go to? Kohl's, because I need to return this hat. It didn't work out for me. And the baby shoes and a whole bunch of stuff that I got, I need to go return. So I'm about to head up into this IKEA and go get me some lunch, because a girl is hungry. Don't you guys love my new kitchen? You know what I'm saying? Ignore all the price tags. Those do not exist. This is my brand. Don't worry about that. This is my brand new kitchen. Every time I come into IKEA, I'd be like, if I just pick a room and sleep in it, well, they won't mind, you know what I'm saying? They don't miss nothing. This stuff be so stinking. Ooh, mirror. Ooh, let me show you what I got. Anyway, I'm sorry, I ain't got no sense. Anyway, so, every time I come, ooh, this is cute. Isn't that cute? Every time I go into IKEA, I swear, I just be falling in love. I came here, I need to say focus. I came in here because I'm redoing my little room right now, my makeshift room, until further notice. And I know somebody's gonna ask me, and rightfully so, are you gonna move? I have a lot of plans, and a lot of things have changed. As you can see, the reason why I came back in the first place is because of my grandmother with dementia, and just my mom and the whole thing there. And as you guys know, I've had a baby too, so there's been a couple of wrenches thrown here. So me moving out, and on top of that, prices. I think I go this way. Prices have gone skyrocket right now as far as rent goes. I remember before I left in 2000, what was that? 19. You could easily find a 3-bedroom for like $1,300. You can barely find a 1-bedroom for $1,300. Like, everything is $2,000 and above. Seriously, especially for where I'm at, it's really like $2,500 and above, $3,000. And let's be real, I ain't trying to pay that right now, especially with other goals and things that I have in my future in life and just stuff. So I said all to say it. I'm going to be staying with my mom for further notice, at least to another year or two, because I've also decided to go back to school. I want to change up careers, and so I think right now, trying to be in school, and I think I've already said that before, trying to be in school. Oh, these are cute. Trying to be in school and doing all that is just a little bit too much for me. Trying to do all that, trying to move. So I'm just going to kind of stay here. So it's a little tight right now where we are. So I'm making it as comfortable as I can, which we have been. The kids been doing good. So to say, I am organizing my room to make more room for the things, because I am still living in my mom's pantry. Feels like pantry, but it's not. It's her craft room. So a lot of her things are in my room. And so I need to make storage and places. So you're going to see how I make that happen. Is it tight? Yes. Is it a little bit cramped? Yes. But I'm doing what I can until further notice. So the program that I'm in for schooling, I think is only going to take me probably maybe another year or two to complete, depending on how many classes I take and how that goes. And I don't plan on starting that to January, so there you go. But doesn't mean that I won't move before then, to be honest with you. I may move before then, but just know that I'm not in a hurry as of right now to move, because I want to make sure that I'm secure in other areas, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, being able to be the sole breadwinner in a home. I'm like, I don't know if I'm really ready for all that responsibility. I do like being able to share that with my mom right now. It does definitely take a little bit of the stress off, you know? Okay, I just got through coming from Kohl's and returning some stuff. My phone's about to die, so I'm going to end this vlog. It was good chatting with you guys. Definitely go ahead and write a heart emoji in the comment section. I'll catch you guys in my next video. And as always, guys, God bless. Mwah, love you.